Any serious freelancer will experience burnout at least once. When I first experienced it, I didn't have a clue that I was going through it. It became incredibly hard to concentrate. I constantly felt tired. I became moody, depressed, and found it hard to remember anything. I knew something was wrong when my girlfriend asked me to go to the cafe, which is a 2-minute walk away, and during that 2 minutes I forgot what she wanted me to order her. Now, my memory is one of my strongest points, and all through my life people have commended me on it. So to become so forgetful was a real shock to the system. As fate would have it, she watched a TV programme that day where it talked about a pop star who was going through burnout, and the symptoms matched mine. I did a lot of researching, and it turns out that a lot of freelancers were going through the same thing. I gave myself a break for a few days and completely recovered. I now know the signs and can feel myself getting close to it sometimes. When I do, I always take a step back and stop myself from going through it again. Burnout has a lot of symptoms. Some people may experience all of them, others may only experience a few. Firstly is exhaustion. You feel constantly tired. Insomnia. You find it hard to sleep. Forgetfulness. You find it hard to concentrate. Increased levels of illness. You find that you are becoming ill a lot more regularly. Loss of appetite. Anxiety. You experience symptoms of tension and worry. Depression and anger. The secret to overcoming burnout is to take a step back from everything. Take a break until you are feeling better and the symptoms have gone. Now, this may sound like a terrible thing to do if you want to earn money and grow your business. But if you don't, your symptoms will only get worse and it will affect your performance. With poor performance, you are likely to lose your clients and you may end up having no business left at all at the end of it. Your health should always come first before anything else in life. If you can't avoid work altogether, then try to find ways to avoid stress and ways to reduce your workload. Now, I know you will near on certainly ignore my advice on this subject because the temptation to keep earning money is too high. But if you do take one piece of advice from this whole course, I do hope it's how to avoid burnout. Firstly, make sure you are getting enough sleep. When I first got burnout, I would wake up at 2 in the morning sometimes and go down and start working. I thought to myself that I was only wasting time by sleeping when I had so much work booked in. In hindsight, this was a stupid thing to do, but I became immersed in the world of freelancing and it began to take over my life. Getting enough sleep each night will certainly help you avoid burnout, but it's not the whole solution. Make sure you take breaks during the day, even if it's only 20 minutes to have lunch and 10 minutes here or there. You may feel you have far too much work on to take breaks, but adding an extra hour to your day is a much better solution than getting burnout. Eating is also very important. I used to think I was too busy to eat and lost a lot of weight as a result. Eating is where you get your energy from, so the importance of this should not be underestimated. Whether you go through burnout or not, your performance will be affected if you don't eat. get enough sleep, or take enough breaks. You must know your body. It's very easy as a freelancer to work through weekends and suddenly realise you've worked for 14 days in a row. That's fine if your body can take it, but when you start to feel exhausted, take a day off, or make sure that you keep the upcoming weekend free from work. It's different for me because I've experienced burnout and know the signs. But if I start to feel really exhausted, then I always try to take a step back. I realise this may not always be possible straight away. If I have work scheduled in, or if I have lots of emails to reply to, and so on. So I may have to work through the exhaustion for a day or two. But then I take a break as soon as I can.